talk to me about chatbots. How were they, let's say a year or two ago when they came onto the scene compared to now? What should people know if they're completely new to chatbots and how it can impact their business?
So here's what happened with me. I built this email business, got to over $30 million in sales, really profitable. I remember saying to myself, one day I'd like to have $1 million. And then I ended up, because we got into email marketing, doing $1 million every few days. It was just incredible. And then I got burned out because I worked too much, and I just went and traveled the world for a bit. And I said, I want to leave a legacy. And the legacy that I decided to leave was to create a place where entrepreneurs can teach other entrepreneurs. And so that became Mixergy. And the problem I had with Mixergy was I was relying on email, but people weren't opening up my emails that much, right, and they weren't clicking on it. And anyone out there who's listening to me, Kay, Joe, James, I don't know if you guys are in email at all, but if you are, you got to understand that email is just not that powerful anymore. And to see a 20% open rate, that's hard and unusual today. People aren't opening it up. To see a 3% click rate, that's actually a really tough thing to achieve according to MailChimp. That means that if James Smith, who was listening to us, wow, and James, thanks for listening to Mixergy for 6 years. If James has 100 people on his email list, 97 are going to ignore it. Only 3 people, 3 out of 100 will click. That's right. Painful. And so I said, I've got to find a solution. And I happened to invest in one of my listeners' companies, a company called Assist. They went on to build the first chatbot-based business that got major VC funding. And I was an investor, so I got to understand how it worked. And I said, this could work for me. If I could send out messages via chat, I can get people to open them. Because I know myself, I'm not opening up email, but I open up chat a lot.
Every single time. I mean, I have to clear my chat inbox.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's you see it. And frankly, you know what else it is? If I don't see a message from you, it shows up as an alert at the top of my screen. So I see it even if I don't click to open it. It's still uncrowded. It's still the way that I communicate with my wife. When I say I love you, Olivia, it's not via email. When I say, Olivia, I'm coming back from Santiago, can I help out with the kids later today? It's not via email, it's via chat. iMessage, Facebook Messenger, Slack, that's what's taking over. And so I said, there's got to be a solution. So I went to Shane and I said, I invested in your company. I have this problem. Will your software work for that? He said, yes. I said, can I use it? He goes, no. I said, why not? He says, you have to understand, we work with big companies like Hyatt and 1-800-Flowers. We charge $100,000 a month plus. I said, there's got to be a better solution. And I reached out to one of my listeners, someone who helped me out in the past. And I said, are you investing in a company that could do this? He said, yes. And that ended up being ManyChat. So for anyone who's listening to us, I invested in ManyChat. I'll be open with you, but anything I tell you will work on any other chat-based platform. Here's the way it works. Just like you get someone to subscribe to your email list, give them a button so they could subscribe to your chat list. It's that easy. So imagine if instead of going to your website and being offered a box that says sign up to my email list and being asked to type in their name with no typos, people could just press a button. And so this would work for you, James Smith. This would work for you, Kai. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And Joe and anyone else. Someone could come to your website, see that they want to get more from you. And instead of typing in their email address, they just press a button. And then they immediately get a message on their phone. I won't turn my phone around because I just got a message too from my team. You can kind of see that a little bit. But you can see that these messages show up on our phones. And how are they not going to tap it? Instantly, they tap it, they open it up, they get your message. And here's the best part, and then I'll shut up and let you ask another question. The best part is every time I send a new message after that, they get an alert. And it leads to 80+% open rates, 50+% click rates, and a delight that people will ask you, how did you do it? I want to do it too. That's what it's about.
And where have you seen the most success with it? You got e-commerce business, you got influencers, you got marketing agencies, digital products. Are you seeing the same success across the board? Is there something that people should absolutely be using chatbots, or hey, maybe this shouldn't be that you're the main thing you're doing?
Here's where we're seeing really good results. Anyone who's done well with email but not doing that well anymore is going to do better if they shift some of their attention to chat or just add chat to what's working for them already. So you think about people who have information products. That's a no-brainer. You think about someone who maybe has a SaaS product that's geared towards people who are cutting edge. And then what do? They ask for an email address. It feels a little out of step. For them, it's a killer solution. I've even seen people who are in some of our students at Bot Academy And I created this site, Bot Academy, to just spread the word about it. I've had some people who've gone through that program that I teach about how to create a chatbot go after chiropractors. They said, look, these chiropractors have a problem. When somebody signs up and they get their back worked on, if they get the back to, if their back feels great after first session, they never show up to the chiropractor again. If their back doesn't feel great, they think, oh, this doesn't work out, and they never show up again. Right. And so what chiropractors now are using chatbots for is to educate people and say, look, here's how you should feel after the first one, but understand that it sometimes takes a little bit of time. It sometimes takes a few sessions. So chiropractors are using it. Real estate brokers are using it. So many people.
And I think back when I was on Mixergy, FreeUp was mostly e-commerce. Now a lot of our audience, they're running marketing agencies too. And it's another upsell that they can make for their client base. And it works for a variety of industries. So what makes a good chatbot as opposed to a so-so or mediocre chatbot? Because anyone can go in, they can watch something on YouTube, go in and create one. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be successful. What separates the good from the not so good?
The best ones are the ones that sound a lot like a friend, like a coworker messaging you. It's so weird that I say that all the time, and still people will send out, as soon as they create their chatbot, they'll send out these blocks of text. And I remember one time being challenged at a conference right here in San Francisco. I was invited to speak about chatbots. People were all teed up about them. And the question that kept coming up was, what if I have to send a few paragraphs of text? But people don't really